Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our new chapter, which is known as the democratic government. And in this chapter, we are going to learn as to what is the exact meaning of a democratic form of government, what are the responsibilities of the government, and what are the important duties that are being given by the Constitution of India to the government to practice or to implement. And as per that, what are the important powers also that are being vested upon the government to look care or take care of the nation. Now, on that verge, before going into the next, our current chapter, you have to have a clear picture about what we studied in our previous chapter, which is in regarding to our constitution, what it is, how important it is, and what importance does it make. In that regard, I had clearly told you that what is the meaning of the preamble, what is the importance of preamble, and what is the definition of constitution, why was the constitution made. And under that we studied about fundamental rights, the duties of and responsibilities of the citizen, and as well as the directive principle of state policies, that was the guidelines that was provided by the constitution for the government's functioning. Now on that similarities of the topics that we understood in our previous chapter, there is a connection between what we are going to learn in our present chapter, which is the democratic government. Now here, first of all, we have to understand what is the exact role of the government in a small brief detail. In point wise, let us go through. Number one, fair law made and directive principle of state policy is followed. The laws and regulations, the rules that are being made for the citizens and the working of the whole nation has to be fair and good. And on the other hand, it has to be also seen that the directive principle of state policy is made in such a way that it is also followed by the government or the governing body. It is not only the citizens who has to do their duties, it is also the duty of the government to follow properly. The second point is implementation of law properly. Now whatever law is made, what time it has to be made, when it has to be put, when it has to be executed, has to be understood properly. It has to be studied properly. The laws, the prevalence of important acts, the details of the law, what is mentioned, how it is mentioned, and what are the important details that are mentioned there. It has to be mentioned there. Okay, and that has to be properly implemented in the country. The third point, interpretation of law proper, in a proper way. What is the meaning of interpretation? Interpretation is telling you the exact meaning or the definition or the statement, or making you understand what does the law or particular law means, or if it is written something there, what is exactly it means. So that interpretation has to be made by the government's body, and that particular body has to interpret the law as to what is the exact meaning and make people understand what is the meaning of it and how it has to be followed. And settling the disputes of the people in a proper way. How it is done is that the disputes or the problems of the people has to be settled in a proper way, in a fair manner. Nobody should be given any upper hand, nobody should be biased, okay, against someone or to someone and give any kind of judgment. Judgment should be purely done on a pure basis and a fair means. These are the important few roles that has been prescribed by the Constitution of India to the common general government that has been made, or the government body as a whole. Now, to understand the government body, we have to understand what are the three important organs of the government. It is very much important to understand this. Now, to go through it, let us first understand these three organs. What are they? What are the organs? The first organ is known as the legislature or the legislative. Or the legislative body or the legislature. Now what is this legislative body or the legislature? What does it mean? Legislative body or legislature is nothing but the parliamentary system. The parliament system or the ministers who take care of this legislature is known as the legislature body, that is the parliamentary system. We have two important parliament system in our body. The national parliament, that is called as the Lok Sabha, and the next one is Rajya Sabha. So these are the important bodies which constitutes the legislative. What is their role? Their role is to make laws, implement laws into our country. The second one is executive. Now this executive body is also an important part. Now these legislators that I told you, or legislative body that I told you, are run by whom? Are run by this executive body or the organ of the government. And who are these executives? Executives are those people or ministers like the Prime Minister, the President, the Agriculture Minister, Home Minister, Finance Minister, all the minister of different levels and different types, all are called as executives. These are the people who run the government and implement the laws that have been made by the legislature. The third organ, important organ, is known as judiciary. The most important one of the most important. Now judiciary is nothing but the, you can call in simple way, courts or the judgment system or the court system. We have Supreme Court, High Court, District Court in our country. Now these all courts are important in regarding to our different workings in regarding to judgments and giving or passing the rules, regulations that are there, or settling the dispute. This is also known as, this judiciary system is also known as the independent body. Now this is known as independent body because no other organ of the government can interpret or interfere in the workings of the judiciary judiciary organ. Now what does it mean? If suppose a Prime Minister comes and tells a judge that okay, you have to give judgment like this, the judge is not forced. Judge cannot be forced. Okay, he has his own judgment, own responsibility. He cannot take orders from a Prime Minister or anyone. So that means what? The Prime Minister also cannot interfere in the judgment of the judges or the courts. That is why it is known as the independent body. Now that is why the three organs are very important, who takes care about each and every individual decisions as a whole, as a together, which is known as the government of our country. Okay, now we all know as to the whole nation is divided into various different states. We also have union territories. Now there are almost about 29 states that exist presently in our country, and about 7 union territories that are there in and around our country, which is a part of our country. Now this state and these union territories, each of them have their own government system. Now in the states, the government that is placed or the government that is formed in the state, each and every individual state, is known as the state government. It is known as the state government. Okay, and this state government is executed or it is governed by an important person who is given as a post of chief minister, and the highest post is ruled by the governor of every state, and each and every state has its own state government that takes care about the problem, situation, law and order, and each and every details in regarding to a particular state is done by the state government. The next is the central government. Central government. Now who is the central government? Central government is that main government who takes care of the whole country. Okay, whole country. Okay, now let us go through an example of it, how to understand it, and let us go through an example. Like taking consideration of our own state, West Bengal. West Bengal government has its own head, executive head, which is known as the chief minister, who is Mamata Banerjee. She is the chief minister of West Bengal. She takes care about all the rules, regulations, and whatever the government decisions is there, what are the policies has to be made, are done by this state government, taking responsibility of the working of the state. Next is the central government, or we have a central or the union government that is established, which is presently it is ruled by the BJP political party, having Prime Minister as the head of the government, that is central government, that is whose name is Narendra Modi. He takes care of all the rules, regulations of not only a particular state but for the whole of the country as a whole. So these two are the important divisions of the government, which is known as the state government and then the central government. This forms the integral part of the system of government, which is known as the federal structure. This term is known as the federal structure of government, that is formed where the powers are divided into two individuals. One is the state government and the second one is the central government, and each of them have their own responsibilities to do or to deal with. And that is why this particular structure of division of government system is known as the federal structure. Okay. So this is all we have started with for this new chapter, and I have only gone through the introduction part as to what is the exact meaning or the term that this system of government explains. In our next class, we are going to go in details about it, and we are going to study as to what exactly it is and everything means, and what are the important things that are carried out, or the functions of important individual people or executives or important post people that are there in the government and their responsibility towards our country. Thank you for today.